passion, my blood and my life. I trusted your stars, they were once my guide, but now they are falling along with the sun.
Keeper of flame, breaker of day, I gave you my sword, my heart and my faith, but now the sky is burning and I scream and wonder, when did your fire become so cold? Winds will come like a storm,
Destroy everything, everyone we love.
time has come to recall the days of old, when both day and night were bound by the dawn. We are the mountains, the woods, the fields.
We are the rivers, the shore and the sea.
What's worth fighting for?
The reason to win or land or hold the air we breathe.
May thunder be our voice.
With lightning in our veins, our hearts are beating power, roaring our claim.
What lives beneath the sun?
It's written in the stars.
Why can't you understand?
One by one we'll fight. Side by side
We'll fight together. Day shines, the storm has gone. May rain wash away all the pain from our souls. Time has come for rebirth to rise like the sun. From now, day and night will be bound by the dawn.
Well, yes, nothing like a nice little intro like that to start off the stream. So I hope you guys are doing well, doing pretty good, doing awesome. So I'm doing okay. Got a little bit of illness floating around in the family right now, but so far everyone is doing okay considering. So we are here for some Roads Online, as you may see. So this is looking out from the mountain top, looking down towards excuse me, down towards logging camp. So we got a train already set up there, so we're gonna fill that up and we're gonna take it down and service the various log dispensaries for locomotives. So we're gonna head on down. Doop diddy doop biddy doop 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 doop. So we got the Princess Luna with us. kind of her inaugural run, so it's gonna make it so. Chuck some wood in, keep the firebox all good and going. So we're gonna take some time to fill this up, and then we're gonna take this train out. And we're gonna fill up these fire log stations. Gonna take a hot minute to do this because this is a 22 car train. So, I don't have any viewers yet, but, you know, I'm pretty sure you guys will trickle in at some point. Some of the usual suspects. I'm going to close open up this window and drop down the blinds a bit. Great. I hope that the game crashing will not become an issue throughout the course of the night, because I can tell you right now, if that's going to happen, that's going to already make me not too happy, so. I don't know why it's doing that, but it is doing that. Because there's no particular stress going on the computer. So now we just gotta reload back into the game because, you know, reasons. Because the game didn't have a reason to crash, it just crashed.
All I need's right here.
So it shouldn't be doing that. It is a bit warm and the heater is not on in here. It feels like the computer heated it up in here. And I've got the window open pretty good. So I turned the big fan on in the background, so you're going to be hearing that. I do apologize, folks. Just enough to kind of push the air around in here because it does get rather stuffy in this room. At least I started up here at the summit. Hey Mark, how you doing, sir? Had a little bit of a game crash, so hopefully that won't happen again. Sorry about the fan noise in the background. I'm running the big fan. I gotta distribute some of the air around here. By the way, can you hear me out there in Streamland? My GPU's fine, so yeah, you're free to take it easy tonight, man. How's the moving going? Hope it's going well. Read you loud and clear. Good. Again, sorry about the fan noise in the background. I'm just using that to mix up the hot air with cold because I have the window open and the computer gets it kind of warm in here. I need to find a different place for the computer to set. The computer tower, rather. I'd prefer to have it lower down than up on the dresser, higher up towards the ceiling. You know, because warm air rises. So we got a 22 car train to fill up here, and it's gonna take a while to do that. And then we're gonna go around to the different firewood depots and fill those up. Then later on we'll be taking a coal train, not a coal train, but an iron ore train. Now let's open up the control panels to the motor here. Done with everything now that I have to straighten things out and set up all my shelving and tables. Yo, yay! How are you liking the new place? That's it for these cars. So, just so you know, if you hear the game audio cutting out, that's because I'm having to leave application and use Railroads Online Extended to get my train moving. That's why that's happening. Why are you not moving? Oh.
You see it all so clearly. The best way to survive is all alone. Open up your eyes.
Oh, I see why I have a the tender brake applied. Duh. Helps if I turn that off.
Come now, one. Open up your eyes.
Got the 6-foot drafting table to fight with. Also your computer table. Yeah, you're gonna be having fun with that. But I hope you're liking the new place overall, though. The way it sounds that you moved into something way nicer. I gotta bring the microphone closer to my mouth there. So hopefully I might be joined by some other people later tonight if anybody else wants to run trains. And yes, we do indeed have the Princess Luna unit number 101 running on its inaugural train tonight. It's been sitting in the shed all this time ever since I bought it a few months back. So I finally decided to set it up on a train last night and take it out on our first run. Sounds like an Aurelia song. Guess I can recognize the rhythm and beat style. I'll double check here in just a sec. Ah, yeah, Wings of Moonlight. Yep, that's an Aurelia song. Okay, enough checking that out. You're loving the new place. That is good to hear, Mark. That is supremely excellent to hear. I'm sitting here enjoying my new fiber optic internet connection. Oh, speaking of that, I gotta call and cancel my old cable internet. I'll do that while paying for it, probably later tonight. So I'll just pay final bill on it. So yeah, it's been a hot minute since I've actually played this game, so I finally took it up last night. Brought in that massive like 45 car train that I had up from Sawmill. Got that all turned into depot and then broke that train up back into its normal parts. That's gonna be quite a bit of wood. Looks like I got a bunch of new messages. Or not. Never mind. False alarm. So these cars you see on this train were actually part of that 46 car contest that had basically like a 3x3x1 locomotive setup. Three leading, 3 mid, 1 rear. Railroads Online Extended helps us to do so much more. And yes, I will be pulling a load like that again, with even more cars and more locomotives. Okay, these are all loaded. I did use DPUs, yep, for sure. So the train was like, half of it was rails and the other half was oil barrels. It was kind of an experimental thing I did, and I should have recorded it. I'll do something like that again and record it. And put it up for all to see. Gets my train to move forwards. I do like the ability of actually, you know, doing 2 cars at a time. All right. Like on the fence of skipping this song, but honestly, I'm not too worried about it. The cover of a Heart song. Broadcasting at 45 megabits a second. This is a cover by Cybertronic, by the Cybertronic band, which is basically a Transformers band. I'll turn the fan off for a little bit so that way you guys aren't having to listen to huge fan background noise. But I'll have to turn it back on periodically because it does get warm in here and the computer kind of doesn't help that at all. So. Oh, look, I can see the end from here. I did indeed use DPUs, so that was kind of awesome. So it's been kind of mucky and rainy up here. How's the weather been in California where you are, Mark? Oh, interesting. Had to reload that page.
Cold winter fast approaches as we fearfully wait. Simplest of simple creatures bound by the laws of fate. As we shivered in the gutters, far away from home, we lost our last vestige of hope, freezing and alone. Shadow came to us in our dreams with tales of better times. The royal princess of the night forgave us for our crimes, and as the solar sister overlooked us nocturnal we became. We wore a darker armor and we carried a different flame. You now belong to a greater good, and you answer to a higher call. You are now part of the best and greatest, and there is no room for failure. You will leave behind all weakness. You are no longer mortals.
Oop. Pulled a little too far forward.
Soldiers of the night. As the sunset fades away, the yellow turns to gray. The moonlight shines across the land, a calling we obey. The purest black of
Single class 70 heading up the head end there.
my brothers and sisters move as one, we soldiers of the night. We stand in arms before our liege, each one of us just a pawn, and now we reign supreme.
That should
throughout
do.
the dark until the light of dawn. The memories we have left behind us might cripple lesser men, but those
Yeah, I turned off the fan. Otherwise, it's producing a lot of background noise. If you have like a fairly decent pair of headset on, if you listen to playback, yeah, you can hear it for sure.
to resume another day as we disappear.
I'm just in a room that just does not cool off that easy. Kind of sucks. I have to have something open like a window or a door if in the summertime, definitely the door, because there's air conditioning in the living room. And even then I have to have a fan blowing cooler into the room, and the fan in here blowing that cooler around the room. My brothers and sisters move as one, we soldiers of the night. You know, what would be cool is if I had this for a fire log station everywhere I need it to be. 86 where you are, dang. Here, I think it got up to about 53. I mean, fair enough, that's considerably cooler. A good 33 degrees cooler than 86. But what happens inside this room is it just gets warm in here, and I don't know why. It feels like we're sitting on a thermal vent or something, you know?
The times we live in now have changed, honor is long gone, and now that good and evil are shades of gray, a cruel
Let's
impasse is drawn.
go ahead and save the game there.
Good we have created, it doesn't make us right, but those of us who hide in darkness see a different kind of light.
Yeah, that's right, you're feeling it, old girl. Train's getting heavy. Throttle is off. Brake is on.
As the sunset fades away, the yellow turns to gray. The moonlight shines across the land, a calling we obey. The purest black of shadows rise to fight a great.
Typical May temps. Yeah, you were surprised it wasn't closer to 100. Jeez.
We soldiers of the night. The times we live in now.
But then again, you live down in the valley too. Where at fair enough point, it does actually get kind of warm down in the valley. So I'm gonna set out 4 of these in the stub yard at Sawmill, so I can just use them whenever the firewood station there needs it. And I'll set out another I'm thinking 10 of these at the rail yard and use them for the firewood stations there. Out the land. I think I actually need to buy more of these bulkhead flat cars. I think I might actually do that. I might buy another 10 to 15 of these. Shadows in the sunlight, a new face in the moonlight. That's in spite of the empty ones I have up there by the motor. And only one could see the clues when she tried to spread the news. That's where the magic began. So bye bye little librarian. Oh, this is a cover of American Pie. It's not the word for word song. It's the ponified version of American Pie. Good old Don McLean song too. I could never live without friends. Did you see it all go wrong as the evening tried to move along, and the strike of lightning flashed? And did you meet up with Nightmare Moon? Did you think she'd be back so soon? No, everything was going by so fast. I got 2 more cars to fill up after this. Cool. Maybe I should do it later, but I feel like listening to some Don McLean now. Bye bye little man. Oh, that messed me up lyric-y too. Alright. Thanks, Forever Free Brony, for that. Did a good job on this song, by the way. Amazing that the locomotive is all the way down there at the curve radius. Better get you FRA compliant. Gotta turn that light on. All right. If only we could ever actually run that fast. That was a perfect stop. Can't say anything otherwise. Textbook stop. Also, hopefully I've got the light arrangement on this caboose correct. Green on one side, red on the other, green on top. And of course, you know, you can actually change the colors as needed, indicating you're stopped. I'm not sure what the lunar is. I hope you might know, Mark. If you go by SP books, I'm not going to complain. That'll give us something to go off of. Something I recently learned that SP actually had some narrow gauge operations, which I didn't know. Shows how much I know about them.
What they found in that ancient home, they'd not be forgotten soon at all. But the smart one knew the journey had an end. And after all was said and done, the war was fought and the battle won. Princess smiled boldly and said, Spike, take a note, please. With a calming voice and a simple tone.
Ted all around. You mean red all around? So basically, like that. Apparently, that light was red. Yeah. Red all around with green on top. This one's loaded. This one isn't. Okay. No, just for aesthetic appearance. I'm gonna fire up that stove in here. Good old potbelly stove. Yes, it does fire up. SP had the narrow gauge in the Laws Keeler area of California. Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna do more research on that. Look at that. Now that looks appropriate. Interesting. Apparently my Railroads Online extended went down. Well, I'd rather have that go down than have the game go down.
When we first met, I finished my first set. You were in the club while I spun till the floor split. Attached at the hips, dancing till the sunrise. Never catching sleep, always talked really fun times. I never had a friend like you before. We could chat about music and who we're rooting for. You were too supportive, calling me 2 in the morning, asking how my show was, making me feel important. I'm forever in your debt. Love to watch you play your chess.
That's a lot better. Speed. It's all about speed. Yes, I turned the fan on for no green on top either. Okay, I'll make that a thing. I had to turn the fan back on to redistribute the air around in here. Okay, changed it. Alright, so we'll go to... I think we'll go to Sawmill and do a set out there. I think we're going to set out about... I'm going to keep 10 cars on this train, as I do need to go down and service the firewood station at the smelter, and then I'll go service the firewood station up in the valley, on the west side of the valley. So, yeah. So I'll probably set out about 12 cars there. 22 car train. Yeah, all good, Mark. I'll be here. We're just gonna be in transit. Save the game too while we're at it.
Just tell me why. Just tell me why. Just tell me why. Don't you tell me why? Tell me why my heart skips when the phone rings. It's not you, my heart sinks. These hard things that I'm parsing. All this doubt to lead our hearts apart. Soul searching the star in the darken. These good intentions are leaving us in tension. They tend to test every single dimension. But now I'm digging.
I gotta fix this curve track around here too. That's gotta be a project, because that looks janky as frick. They're going through it just fine. I just can't take this corner super fast. To go through this curve just fine. That actually looks kind of cool. I'm going to take a picture of that. Probably running a train that weighs approximately 600 to 700,000 pounds. I'll do the calculations when I get to the bottom here. So I'm just using the tender brake in combination with the locomotive brake for some quote dynamic braking going down a 1% grade. So I'm pretty much getting down to the bottom of the flat here. Ah, looks like little Dan won't be able to join us. He's got to head to bed early for his 2 early days, apparently. It's all good.
Standing on the platform, see you one last time. It's never been so hard for me to say goodbye. I can never tell you in person, I'm not coming home. This twilight is ending, the night has come. Stars in the sky will carry me on. I can never tell you in person.
Gotta watch it through this particular section because that's a little tight, a little janky.
No, I'm not coming home.
I've seen enough here to know I don't belong. My imagination again has led me on. This stubborn aching has a mind of its own. I've left, but I won't tell you where I've gone. I've never known that the world could be so mean. I'll never go back to who I used to be. A steady runway is all that I might need to reason with myself behind the scenes. Is it me? Or can you see through my walls as if they never shone? Could it be all because of my lies? I've broken my own bones. I could have sworn I had a life before. My short attention had wanted something more. I can't erase it. I know I won't forget, but at least I learned my lesson in the end. Oh, winter breezes were never gone so fast. It's straight ahead now, and no more looking back. Like separation, letting go of the past.
That's one heavy train to have to stop. I just need to set the caboose back here. It'll start to shove back.
Would believe in simple means, some would believe it possible. Others feel it won't be seen, for none believe in miracles. Some give a diamond for a stone, some give a stone for a diamond. Some keep all things for their own, and some remain in silence.
There once lived a girl in a simpler time, with night-like hair and skin so white. Wherever she went, everyone she'd tell what appears as mine, 'tis thine as well.
So she went through the world giving all she had, never feeling the need to claim it back. Everyone she'd meet would befall her spell. What appears as mine is thine as well. Counting the days of a shortening life, living the ways of a nursery rhyme.
So I'll be shedding just over half of this train right here.
As mine is thine as well. One would believe in simple means, some would believe it possible. Others feel it won't be seen, for none believe in miracles. Some give a diamond for a stone, some give a stone for a diamond. Some keep all things for their own, and some remain in silence.
You want to see CTC switches in action? There you go. All right, head her back a lot of cars or something. So I'm setting 12 cars here at Sawmill, and I will come back and pick these up and pick those up and take them to the yard.
Scootaloo, why so cold and blue? You know you're awesome too. You're even more awesome than me. So radical, courageous and magical. You couldn't be more faithful than what I've already seen. If someone clips your wings with their words, they leave a stain. I want them all to know that they'll answer.
Yeah, I'll be getting that train moving too.
I'm awesome, awesome.
Oh, that shouldn't be flipped.
But you're even more
It is now.
awesome than me. It may be cool when the sky is your swimming pool, but who needs a flying school? You've got me to help out. Your cutie mark, I bet it fills your heart, but makes you feel torn apart. Well, there's no need to doubt. If someone clips your wings, with their words they leave a sting. I want them all to know that they'll answer to me.
So 1226 is the 12th car.
They all know I'm awesome, awesome as can be. But you're even more awesome than me. Way up high, there's so much to keep inside. The wonders await your eyes. But you start from down here. When I was small, I was afraid to fall. I still deny it all, but I blew past the fear. So dry all your tears. If someone clips your wings, with their words they leave a sting.
All right.
I want them all to know.
Tied on about 2 or 3 more of these cars here. Keep them locked down really good.
But you're even more awesome than me. But you're even more awesome than me.
All right, I'm gonna pull for separation. I will be right back, guys. I need to take a short break. And when I come back, I'll play this great song for you too. Welcome back, Mark. I'm just stepping away from the computer for a few minutes. I shall return.
Jollity forever shown. Path of joy so few have known. Sincerity and emphasis, so truly seen in happiness. With one mind we can make, we can live. With a life one can take, one can give. We rejoice, lending all we possess. With a voice one can lift or depress. Jollity forever shown. Path of joy so few have known. Sincerity and emphasis, so truly seen in happiness, in happiness.
In this dream, there is no room for spite. Still, it seems only I can decide. I am lost, but am free of the world. For outside, all is bleak, all is cold.
Jollity forever shown. Path of joy so few have known. Sincerity and emphasis, so truly seen in happiness. Jollity forever shown. Path of joy so few have known. Sincerity don't shine, they don't even twinkle when your side is wrinkled with clouds in your skies. And I don't mind the rain when it's pouring, but all of that storming is making me blind. Carry me out of this darkness. Let me be back in my garden. We'll be free, free from the harvest, and I'll be by your side as the thunder rolls by. The clouds don't know just what they're doing. They make it so gloomy, it's almost a threat. And I said no from the beginning, and fate just starts grinning. There's no argument. Carry me out of this darkness. Let me be back in my garden. We'll be free, free from the harvest, and I'll be by your side
Okay, I'm back. Evidently my game decided to crash while I was away. Yay. Okay. We'll listen to this song and then we'll advance in a new direction here. Oh. At least it's saved right here. Just still pretty freaking annoying that it crashed. But like Railroads Online Extended, it tends to force the game to save. Because I'm not always thinking, hey, I need to perhaps, you know, save the game manually. So it does make it really easy to resume.
With one mind we can make, we can live. With a life one can take, one can give. We rejoice, landing all we possess. With a voice one can lift or depress. Jollity forever shown. Path of joy so few have known. Sincerity and emphasis, so truly seen in happiness, in happiness.
In this dream, there is no room for spite. Still, it seems only I can decide.
Okay, let's get it going backwards. There. Kick these cars. Kick them. Kick them. Kick them. Okay, just making sure I'm all good here. They do have pretty good rollback, what could I say?
Stars don't shine, they don't even twinkle. When your side is wrinkled with clouds in your skies, stormy
Save the game.
night. Carry me out of this darkness. Let me be back in my garden. We'll be free from the harvest, and I'll be by your side as the thunder rolls by. Clouds don't know just what they're doing. They make it so gloomy. It's almost a threat. And I said no from the beginning. And fate
Oh, and by the way,
just
welcome back,
starts
Mark.
winning. There's no argument. Carry me out of this darkness. Let me be back in my garden. We'll be free from the harvest, and I'll be by your side as the thunder rolls by. I'll be by your side as the thunder rolls by. No matter when, no matter what, no I'll be by your side
Just looking at the back of the caboose.
as the thunder rolls by. Farm's been doing fine since the spring began, as good as any other year.
Good thing I put the Y right down here at the sawmill. It does become useful.
I tend your garden every morning, just the way you taught me long ago. The flowers still remind me of the song you used to sing when we were out there working hours all alone. What I wouldn't give to have you back for just a day. I miss the way you'd smile when I was scared. All I wanna say is that I hope
Yeah, I'll go down to smelter first. I have a balloon track I can work with there. Better get that light back on. There. In the good old days, the headlight was never used during daylight hours, only at night. Very true. Yeah, I pretty much figured what you meant. Back in the hood, man, we didn't need lights. About 30% brake on the tender here. Yeah, it did. So we're going down about a 4% grade here. Lol, 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 lol. There we go. 40% break on tender. Lol.
Hello.
Oh, hello. What's up?
Hey, saw you were running the game. You need help?
Yeah, if you would like to join, we'll be running on my layout and stuff. I can get you the server info.
Alright.
Just give me a moment to get my train to a safe place to stop here. So I'm going down a 4% grade, so.
Shoot, how many cars you got on you?
10, so it's not too bad.
Oh, okay.
And the good
Go ahead,
thing
sorry.
is that the good thing is I'm not on a super heavy train either. Just running cordwood down to smelter, you know.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to. Huh. Oh, there we go. Oh.
So I'll give you the name.
What did you expect? What you hoped to find when you went off and changed your mind? Though I know you won't tell me anyway.
So that should be everything there.
If you look around, you
Password Celestia 1 2 3. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So how's your night? How's stuff on the railroad going?
It's been very busy. But thankfully I got the next 2 days off. My mom came up to visit, and so I used some time off.
Oh,
But
that's awesome.
yeah, no, it is cool. I don't have too much time off in the year, but I mean,
Yeah.
they figured, probably get as time as any. But yeah, we had about a 12-hour day yesterday, and that was just, oh my god, we went from having like 5 cars in the yard to having about almost like 67 or something, and so that took forever to switch out and then leave the yard and actually do all the customers, and the amount of stuff
Sounds
we had to
about
leave
right.
behind. Yeah. But you know, it's funny though, like playing this game honestly like revitalizes my interest in trains, even though I work
Yeah.
for a railroad.
Yeah.
And it's like,
just,
oh nice. Is that oh sorry, go ahead.
just so you know, we're streaming in front of like 2 people on YouTube. You know, not a seriously big crowd or anything.
Oh.
So
YouTube.
yeah, YouTube.
Oh nice.
Just wanted to give you a heads up on that, so I didn't want to surprise you or anything. So, yeah. No, go ahead.
No, I was just mumbling essentially. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's you know, it's the first time since I've streamed in a while, so I figure I got a couple of trains set up on this layout last night because I moved up a ridiculous like 46 car consist out of smelter last night, so it's like, yeah, I had to break that up when I got to the yard on my system, and then you know, so I'm just taking those residual cars. You know, I emptied all of that in the freight depot and then got all the money from it. And then I'm just using those cars basically. So I'm assuming you're gonna spawn at the yard, so I can kind of teleport you to where you need to be if you need.
Yeah, I want to see if my teleporting works. So you're you near the sawmill or more near the smelter?
I'm actually arriving at smelter right now. Just
Oh,
doing a
okay,
drop
well,
off there.
Let's see if this works. Nope, I can't teleport with on my end. So yeah, I guess if you can teleport me, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll make this an opportunity to kind of give you an introductory into my layouts because you're not going to be real familiar with it. So let's see. I went ahead and gave you fast run too.
Oh, excellent.
Not sure. Can I teleport you? Just a sec.
If you can, I'll just start running.
Well, I'm almost done, so you could just hang tight there,
Okay.
and I will teleport back your way. In the meantime, you could just kind of hang out, check stuff out.
Everything's still loading in, so I'm running as tracks randomly appearing.
Yeah. Oh, that's probably why you're not teleporting either, because you're not fully loaded in.
That makes sense. Yeah, I just the other night installed the new Railroad Extended, and so that's because when I was playing with you guys before, I was trying to teleport, and it wasn't doing anything even when I was loaded. So that probably was it.
Yep. By the way, we have a gentleman that I told you about named Mark French who worked for the Cal Northern. He's actually watching my stream right now, so he's the guy watching it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he worked as a conductor for Cal Northern. So, Mark, the gentleman I'm talking to, what's your name, dude?
I'm a Sugar Pine, but my actual name's Tuscan.
Okay, so he works as conductor for Idaho Northern, the Northern Division. I better make sure my switch is switched for my direction of movement.
Nice.
Yeah, a little while
B-Man
back,
Railway.
Yep, Andrew's been on my server. You can tell he's left his mark.
I like the engine ready tracks over here.
Yeah. Those are always nice to have, you know, to have motors on standby for when you need them.
Well, you know, it's funny. I've been playing single player since the game came out, and so I designed my railroad kind of around that. And it's funny, all the stuff you don't really need if it's just one person, like engine ready tracks and whatnot.
Yeah.
But it's great when you got multiple people, because then it's like, oh right, I need an engine. Boom, there they are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking along those lines when I built that yard, you know, that I need engine ready tracks and stuff like that. So the layout can be multiplayer ready when needed. So I'm just starting to round the balloon track here at Sawmill, and then I'll back the train into the little yard I've got set up here. And I'll race my way up to where you are and meet you. I've got to fix that janky little track right there. Mark says conductor and engineer. That's right. Yep. You were both.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, that's weird. So I can teleport, and then immediately it teleports me back.
So that's good that the new Railroads Online Extended doesn't require me to be the one to teleport you. Which is nice.
Okay. No, so I teleport there, and it immediately puts me back to where I was supposed to be, I guess. Maybe it's because it's not my world or something.
I'll have to see if I can share a link with you.
I'm running over there now, and like I have no idea how fast. Yeah, that's the nice thing about short lines is you get engineer qualified pretty quick. I've been qualified here for about 3 years, engineer, but you get the older guys, like it's better to have them, I think, work the engine because their knees and whatnot.
Yeah.
But
Oh, that's why.
it's
I can't.
nice.
Go ahead.
Oh no, sometimes we've been working in 3-man teams and all of us are engineer qualified, so it's really nice when we're switching out motors or something. We can all just hop in whenever. Actually, it's kind of like on here, where like anybody can drive a train or throw a switch. You got a big map. I'm still hearing the cannons go off.
And to think I haven't built to either coal mine, oil field, or the what's the other industry out there? No, smelter I have set up. I'm trying to think of the other industry I have out there. So coal, oil, and the ironworks. Yeah, I haven't built anything out there yet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
See, when I first started playing, I watched a lot of Kerbo's, his little thing. I sort of followed along how he did stuff.
Yeah.
And I didn't do nearly as extensive tracks. In fact, my biggest yard is 3 tracks, and it's down by the, yeah, it's right by the ironworks.
Yeah.
And I have a little engine terminal there, and then I don't know. I like to pretend I go to a different railroad and then hop on a different engine. But yeah, wow, this is some complex track.
Yeah, when I built the sawmill down there, I don't know. I mean, I do know what I was thinking, but I could see the stuff that I'm doing down there now, you know. It does make it easier to do switching between points.
Okay, I see.
Okay.
This mountain right here really makes it hard to make a curve over to the loading area. I'm over here by Sawmill now.
Okay. Yeah, I'll teleport you away here. All right, I'm there. Yeah, I can
Oh.
see you're still loading in. You're lagging.
Oh. Yeah, it's going smooth for me, which is nice, but
Yeah.
oh, no, you know what? I actually haven't got a climax yet, so this is nice seeing them. I did.
Yeah, those are pretty nice. I like them. So this is one train we're gonna take up to iron ore and then just run them down to smelter. So we'll fire these up and we'll get started that way. So the other thing I have to do too is fill up the various log resupply points.
Oh, okay, yeah. Can't get my climax. I'm in it.
Cool. I'm gonna go hit this switch down here.
There we go.
I'll give you a nice chunk of money and experience too. I mean, I figure why not? I'm a good paying boss, you know.
Did you ever play the predecessor game to this, the American Railroad Narrow Gauge or whatever it was called?
No, I never did.
So I'm realizing why I recognize these climaxes, because in that game the only 2 engines you had was the Porter and the Climax. And that game was way harder than this one because it was almost impossible to get inside the engines. because you couldn't clip through stuff, and if you couldn't perfectly jump, it was just ridiculous. And there was only first-person mode. There was no UI. There was no third-person. So when you
Yeah.
wanted to spot, and the water tower didn't move left or right. It just went straight down. You could place it wherever you wanted, but it
Yeah.
costs money. And there was a daily cost. So there was a day-night cycle, so the lights are really cool. But
Yeah.
you had to keep playing, otherwise you just lost all your money.
If you follow me down here, I'll actually kind of show you around here.
Where are you at? Okay, coming.
Yep. So these cordwood cars here, I'm gonna take those to the yard eventually, and just use those to refill the firewood stations there. So that's why they're here. And the other train that I was driving down to Smelter, I was going to refill the firewood stations there too. Then over here, you know, I've got like a little service compartment.
Okay.
Which makes it super
Alright.
nice. Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. So, how many can you unload at a time over here? About maybe 3 or 4?
Probably 3 at the most, given how short this stub track is.
Yeah, I remember when I first started playing, I was very utilitarian, and I sort of just cars unload, and I'd run over and grab logs at a time. But
Yep.
I eventually put like a little engine track right here, so then I could bring the engine up, and it made it so much nicer when like the Cookie Mongol or whatnot
Yep.
just run along. But I like it. That's cool.
Yeah, it is kind of
lot
nice.
in.
So. Yeah, it is kind of nice for sure. I gotta minimize this stupid thing here. Open up that control panel. So it's kind of cool. So what we're gonna do here, since we're gonna pull out in this thing, is that we're gonna pull it past the second switch, then we're gonna back it up onto the Y here, and we're gonna Y this thing.
Okay, this is the wide track right over here? Oh,
Yeah, you're heading the right direction there.
okay, so we're gonna back it up and then. Alright.
Turn around and get it facing the right direction.
Alright, I'm gonna grab this other switch over here so when we back up we don't run into it.
Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna start moving out. I figured I'd. Nope, I don't want to go backwards. Sorry. I figured I'll have you ride with me since you're not real familiar with this layout yet. So.
That makes sense. I got you lined out just to the cam track.
Yes, Mark, that is 3 geared locomotives pulling the same train. I mean, these motors have no problem getting 20 plus empty cars going.
I love the way multiplayer glitches them out because when I ran by the train, the whole thing was moving like a worm.
Wow, yeah. Probably jumping all over the place for you.
Yeah, right now 2 of the cars are duking it out, trying to fight each other. Still moving. Bell is about to run into me. Just floating there.
Yep.
It's all your doors. It looks like you got about maybe 20 or so more to go.
I'm gonna make sure to save because sometimes this game client is known for crashing.
Yeah. About 10 more.
Yeah, I can.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it on the Railroads Online, but I'll have you give me counts.
Alright, well, 3 more now. Ew.
All right, brakes are being applied.
1. Here and there's
1.
good. Alright, you're lined up, and I'll run back and make sure all the other switches are good. But you can start backing it up.
All right, I'll back her up a good 50 cars or so.
Yeah, you're lined for the north leg of the Y going back towards the sawmill.
Gotcha.
And yeah, you are clear for probably about 200 cars past that switch, so you can just back her up to clear.
All right, backing it up to clear.
Super speed is awesome. I want this in real life.
Yeah, wouldn't it be awesome to have it in real life? Just too bad we can't run like that in real life, you know?
Yeah, and I'm sure my knees would break after the first few feet, but, you know.
Man, even back when I was doing athletic stuff, you know, track and field specifically, you know, I wish I could run that fast and I'd be beating everybody. I'd be
Yeah,
probably
you
the
could race
fastest
like-
man in the world.
Yeah, you'd be racing cars, and then after that, jet planes.
Yep. I'd be generating wind real time too.
I mean, you could probably have a treadmill that would have to be like super well engineered, and then just generate power for a city. You just run for a few minutes.
Very true.
Oh man. So I'm just wondering realistically, like, you'd have to have some sort of regeneration stuff. But then you'd also, your metabolism would be out of this world. Like, jeez.
Yeah. Mark says, I just realized that in real life I've never operated a Shea or a Climax or a Heisler. Well, the Sumter Valley Railroad has a Heisler for you to operate. At least you can do one of those things, Mark.
I wonder how it would react too, because imagine like normal rod steam engines, they slide around a bit, but like,
Yeah.
I mean, with these, I imagine it's more similar to like, honestly, like a diesel engine or something, where when you want to move, it just moves.
That's very true, you know, because with geared locomotives like these is that, you know, they were not known for their speed, but they were known for their tractive effort. So if you needed something that can move heavy tonnage, you know, these guys were it, you know.
Yeah.
Sumter Valley Railroad had a few of them, and unfortunately they have only got one survivor in preservation and thankfully in operating order. So all right, looks like all right, doesn't look like I am approaching the north leg of the Y here.
Yeah, I see it. You still got plenty of room. You're lined out all the way through the sawmill out to wherever that track goes.
Yep. So the track behind us, that goes up to logging camps. So when I pull past the head end past this switch here, that's gonna I'll line us up for the iron mine.
Alright.
And I'll go ahead and get our. Yep. Yeah, just come along for the ride. So I'll line us up for our movement to iron mine.
Alright. I'll
So
be
I
the
finally-
fireman, I guess.
You're gonna see a pretty neat little place along the way too that I have actually set up that I use for helper service. So just in case that it is ever needed. Oh, forgot to do this.
we gotta warn the other trains we're coming.
That's right. Never thought you would see steam locomotives consistent like this.
Yeah,
one unit-
definitely.
Go ahead. Where one unit's the leader and the other two are slaves, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely, we'd need at least a third guy in real life at minimum.
Yeah. Absolutely true. 100%.
And I remember seeing people, essentially how you have the two climaxes back to back before railroad or extended was a big thing.
Yeah.
That's how they do it.
Admittedly, though, Railroads Online Extended, the main reason I use it is that when you're doing single-player ops stuff, it does actually make switching, ideally, a lot more easy.
Oh, man, I just saw the switchback we gotta use. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I was thinking about doing a switchback for the coal mine. I may just do that just to maybe get some climaxes and switch back over the mountain to get to the ironworks.
Yeah.
It probably took me like 45 minutes the other day just to get from the sawmill over to the base of the coal mine.
So, Iron Mine on my layout is not complete yet. I intend to build like a 4-track yard up there and have just a little service station for basic switching up there. So I need to work on that. And I'm also going to be building the line out to the coal mine and get that stuff going.
Up at my coal mine, I just have an old balloon track from when I first started playing that I just used to turn around engines and just a runaround sighting to, because
Yeah.
I'll just take a train of wood up there, unload it, then bring the empties back, and then later bring up some hoppers and go down a very steep grade down to the smelter, drop that off. But that's just how I've been doing it.
Yeah, it's a very good way of doing it. I'm considering doing something similar. Because with the coal mine, you know, basically you could just run through with these cars right here, fill them up, and go as you need it.
That's the thing too, is that I wouldn't say like authentic, but I like playing. I've never like given myself money and whatnot, and I understand like if I want to have a bigger railroad real quick, that's a great way. But like everything I got, I had to pay for through grinding.
Yeah.
It takes forever. Like I have 3 hopper cars. I got a tank car and a box car too, so I actually have delivered oil barrels to the freight depot already, but it took a while.
Yep. Just so you know, we're gonna make a little stop up here at the service station. We're gonna fill up 104 there because it's kind of looking pretty low on wood. So
They both could use some topping off.
yeah.
Well, let me check. We're good on water in the engine. I'm going to check what we're like in the tender, though. I'm going to check what we're like in the tender, though.
We should be getting the tender, but it never hurts to double check. Because these units did come off of that big 46 car train, so yeah, probably went through a bit.
Let's see, the 104 looks like it would probably help to put some water in it, but it's not like. Oh. And then then the 666, that one's fine. Water. Now, I didn't know you could slave engines together with the Railroad Extended until I played with you guys. And I'm doing that right now with the Mongol and my one Heisler I got.
Yeah.
And that is a lifesaver, because I tried taking the Cookie Mongol up, and it just was not. It said theoretically on the little calculator they could make 3.9% with the train I had, and that theoretical is the key part there, because it couldn't. It was going like 3 miles an hour at best, and it's like, I'm just gonna get the Heisler up here.
Yeah, it does make it a lot easier when you have heavy loads. So the way this approach to the iron mine works is that this basically you're going through part of the massive bridge on my layout, that I called the Great Bridge of Tony, basically. Yeah, that was inspired by somebody. And then, so on this bridge setup, you have basically double switchback layout, one on each side of the valley. And so you pull in, then you back up, then you pull through, and then go to the iron mine. But on the opposite side of the valley, where you see that gray wall over there,
Yeah.
that's the easy way down.
Okay.
So if you come up this bridge section here, you are specifically only rated for 20 cars and no more than that. And that's not including locomotives and tenders. Luckily, we got a bit of squeeze room on the switchback sections because we're running geared units, so we're not running anything with tenders.
Alright. Okay. I see that. So, the easy route, I imagine that one takes a lot longer to go. It looks a lot more distance.
It is a lot more distance, but it is actually a gentler grade too. And I've gone up that way, so you could theoretically run a much longer train, in all honesty. But you'd have to go back down that route as long as you have like the appropriate setup for it. All right, so we're gonna just make a stop here at the service station,
Alright.
which is on the head end.
Like this little setup.
Yeah, it is kind of nice. I mean, I put it here, because it does make for having a helper district if you absolutely needed it.
Yeah, so you don't have to run all the way back to camp like I did.
Right? While I'm thinking about it, I'm actually going to fire up this other unit that's just sitting in the siding here, and I'm going to put it in the spur.
Alright. I'll fill the other engines up with wood.
Yeah, that's good. That's fine. I'll save the game since we're here too. So I'll wait for that thing to fire up. In the meantime, I'll help you load wood into these.
Alright. Okay. I haven't seen the wood animation on these.
What's very interesting, you can actually stand from where I'm standing, and you can actually chuck them right at the boiler, and it'll actually, or not the boiler, but the tender, and fill it up that way. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, it does work. So, I've ever since they released that one update for like a single day, where like it removed where you can get free wood from the wood piles, and
Yep.
So you had to supply. I always think of wood as a finite resource, and if you run out, you're screwed. So even
Yeah.
if I was always scared to test anything with wood, because it's like, well, what if I run out? And I soft lock myself out of the game.
But you're kind of right for thinking that, because in the real world, yeah, you know, wood would be a finite resource.
But in the real world, we could go chop down a tree, worst case scenario. In this one, they fly into space.
Right, yeah.
So, but they fixed it the next day. But I was able to get my little porter over to the logging camp and set up a wood base right next to the cordwood. So I'd immediately load a cordwood car up and then offload it into the depot, or the firewood depot, and that made me a ton of money too. So that was like an easy way to cheat early on.
Yeah, that's exactly how we did it, Dan and I, and Ben and a few others. You know, we basically we did that exact same thing, set up a firewood station right next to the cordwood, just unload the cars, do it that way, you know, because they don't give you a whole heck of a lot.
Well, and that's the thing, it's like, they don't give you a lot, but if you do a lot of it, you can make a lot. Because, I mean, even one rail car, like, you're not going to immediately be able to pay that off with one load, but multiple loads, and all of a sudden you can pay for new ones. That's nice, I like that.
Hey Mark, can you imagine chucking wood at a tender like this and filling up the wood inside? Now, to give you some preface here, Mark French here also worked with the Glenbrook, which was kind of like the sister unit to the Eureka.
Oh, okay.
So he's got some real world steam locomotive experience there.
I'd just be able to throw wood in a perfectly straight fashion like this.
And Mark will straight up tell you that it is back-breaking work when you're actually working with wood on those units.
I imagine so. I remember there was a model railroader April Fool's thing where they were talking about how to design and build a mini steam engine cab where you would load coal into a boiler, and there'd be an auger underneath to recycle it back into the coal or the tender.
Yeah.
And so you could simulate having a fireman on your train. And I remember seeing that as a kid and being like, "That's so cool!"
Yeah. Yep. By the way, the climax is full there, so we just knock out the Heisler real quick. But yeah, thank you for coming on, man. Greatly appreciate it.
No, I'm glad somebody was playing tonight. I was just gonna load up my single player world, and I noticed on Discord you were online. I was like, yeah. And it's nice playing single player once in a while, but it's really nice doing multiplayer.
Yep.
I mean, I have run around a train myself, but it's not as fun as doing it with somebody else on the ground, so you can just stay in the seat the whole time.
True that. You like how I had to build this platform up here?
I mean, yeah, it'll be interesting when they add some form of RV changing, but I don't know how that's gonna work out, how they're gonna charge for it, like how many feet or whatever they're gonna do. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see where this game goes.
I'm going to basically wait to work on the construction of the new line out to the coal mine, because I want to try out some of the stuff with the new splines that they're talking about doing. I'm just backing this other motor into its spur here.
Oh, I was like, I thought you were gonna pull the train ahead to put water in it or something. Not yet. My. How you can jump from car to car like it's nothing, but a 5-foot wall in front of you is more than enough to stop you.
Yep.
I remember seeing somebody in the ideas on the Discord talking about adding wild animals and whatnot that you have to fight off with like your hunting rifle or something.
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah, it's like that would quickly turn this into like some sort of first-person shooter type game where railroad companies are fighting each other.
that would make
be
that would make me
interesting.
think of the old Oregon Trail game with trains.
Well, I know that the Denver and Rio Grande Railroad actually did have a gun battle with the Santa Fe over some pass they wanted to build in, but
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know how commonplace other than that. Oh, this climax actually could use some work.
Yeah, we'll just go ahead and top all these units off.
Alright. Fire's stoked on them.
Hold on. I'll be right back, dude. My dog's asking to take him out, so
Alright.
he's doing dog things. sorry about that. I'm back. I'm gonna go ahead and pull forward.
Alright.
Forwards, not backwards.
About half. Anywhere in here is good. Alright, big train behind us. Back it up just a little bit. And stop.
Okay.
On.
Yes, YouTube. I want my music to keep playing. Thank you very much. Okay, so the switch is lined for us out of here, so yeah, we should be good. I'll go ahead and hit the save real quick.
What sort of dog you got?
I have two of them. So the one you just heard is the Dachshund. His name is Tyson. And the other one I have is a female border collie named Sophie.
Okay.
Yeah, they're awesome. Kind of awesome. They can be a pain in the butt sometimes.
Yeah. Just the other day, we're looking at some Dachshunds, and they were great if, yeah, you take it. The issue is there's nothing wrong with him. The only issue is that our son, he's almost 2, and he's too spastic, and they were originally in care of a elderly couple, so they're very chill dogs, and so him freaking out, I was like, oh shoot, I guess we'll just stick with cats for now then.
Yeah, the Dachshunds are not recommended for really young children. Like, once your child gets older, then, you know, then they're awesome. And that's telling us that we're full here. Basically, if you see it fizzing over like that, it's full, so.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't looked into these ones yet, and so when I looked down and I could see like the water line, I could see some bare metal, I figured, oh, well, we probably should top them off. But apparently we literally just topped them off. So, good on that.
Alright, so we're good on firewood here, so we're going to go ahead and just proceed up.
Right.
So I'm going to hit the save. And... Gotta get the brakes to fully disengage here. So yeah, just enjoyed the view on the way up. Hold on, I gotta stop the train real quick. Railroads Online's having a problem. Kind of annoying that that is a thing. Or should I say Railroads Online Extended is having the issue.
Is it just like glitching out or something?
Yeah, it was glitching out. So I don't know what the heck was going on.
While you were gone, I did try to, I clicked on your engine on Railroads Online, or Extended,
Yeah.
to see where the water was at, and it didn't do anything, but then I was worried, like, oh shoot, did this desynchronize it or something, but I don't know.
No, I don't think you did. Just weird that my Railroads Online Extended, the screen just went gray, so just gotta rebind these motors to the consist.
Okay.
Yeah, because I
That's
didn't
really
want to.
nice.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. I kind of cut you off there.
Oh, I do like this new updated extended because it doesn't take forever to connect to stuff. I click a button and it's automatic. It's super nice.
Yeah.
Excited to go on the switchback.
Okay, we're finally on the movie again, so. The climaxes are kind of weird. Like if you're pulling a heavy train uphill with them, you don't want to go above 90%, otherwise they'll just wheel slip.
Really?
Yeah, and that's even with sand.
I guess they're just too powerful for that.
Yeah, it's either they're too powerful or too lightweight. Could be a combination of both. But the Heislers never have that issue.
I mean, just looking at the Heisler, it looks like a bigger, beefier engine.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it probably is the weight issue.
Because the Heisler is, what, 13,000 and change for tractive effort, while the Climaxes are 17,000 and change.
Okay. Wow.
So on this portion of the route here, you're going to see, you know, some sections with 4 to 5% gradients. But because we're moving up light, it's not going to be too much of an issue.
Take it, we're just gonna take the shallow route or the other route down, or
Yeah, that's going to be the best way to get to Smelter there.
I remember reading somewhere that the Climax was like the most powerful engine so far in the game, but it's slower than being beaten to death with a pillow or something. You can outrun it at full speed.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you look forward, you can see where all the switchbacks are, because right up the hill, right up to our right side, is the west side switchback. Over on the eastern side of the valley is the east side switchback.
Yeah. Oh wow. Just seeing the trestle wall up ahead.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be nice when they have some variation for the trestles, because it's impressive, but eventually it's like, yeah, it's the same trestle everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's good to see that they're finally getting on with building some variation. Like the spline tracks, I really wish that they would have actually put that stuff in the game from the get-go. And procedural switches and stuff like that.
Yeah, that would have been nice, but I think it probably was easier just to put out what they did.
Every time I see that tree out on the left side of the, or the right hand, yeah, the right hand side of the track from this curve, it makes me think it's in the middle of the track.
Do you remember when that would happen from time to time?
Oh yeah,
Oh my
you get a
God,
tree
that-
that would actually respawn in the middle of the track.
Oh god, that sucked. Or the phantom walls in the track that would just derail your train.
Yep.
That still spooks me. Like I built a new line the other day around the smelter so I could have a more gradual grade to the coal mine. And I was going on it and I was still like apprehensive, like I'm gonna hit something, some random wall because I saved and quit out of the game and then reloaded it later. And it's like, I'm gonna totally derail. And I didn't because they fixed that, but I still have memories of it.
Yeah, and I'm glad that they did fix stuff like that. Okay, so I lined the switches up for our movements here. I can remember taking loads up this particular section of the grade. This is before I had the East Side Valley line completed down to the smelter. Oh
Yeah.
boy, that was fun. Because the section that we just came up through here is about 5%.
Oh. I really liked when they came out with cabooses because you had like some rear marker that was like, yep, my train's still together. I didn't lose 4 cars off the end.
Yep.
But the one problem with the caboose is that it's just like in real life is once you get to your place and if you don't have a balloon, well now you got to switch that out as well as everything else. It sure was cozy when it was winter time and you could just throw a log in it and a little smoke come out of it. That was cute.
There, I finally toned down the power. Because when you get these motors going, it sounds like a jet engine taking off. So we're coming up on the switch here. If you want to hop off right about here and then line us for our back movement, that'd be awesome, man.
Copy that. I'm trying to make sure I don't fall off. Oh, almost did. Alright. I'm off. You can keep her going. Eat a lot.
Yeah. So, go ahead.
The game's still loading in, so I can't tell you how far you got left.
Oh, wow. No, what I'll do is
okay.
I'll pull all the way up to the end here because we did, myself and one other guy that helped me build this massive bridge. We did put a tracked bumper at the end, so there won't be any falling off the end.
It looks like you need about 7. Oh, 4 more. Two. Last one. Anywhere in there is good.
Yep.
You are lined up.
All right. Brakes are fully applied, just waiting for the train to do this thing to stop. All right, I'm coming back.
Alright. All moving. They built cars like this in ON30. Some wood and some plastic. It's to ride on them though.
So when we get down to the other side there, I'll have you provide the lookout for the other track bumper there. And then I'll just switch us into the iron mine there.
It sounds good. I'm just riding the rear right now.
Yep. Hopefully you're enjoying the view there, the breathtaking view.
It is very nice. If you look at an individual tree, it's like, it's just like all the others. But then when you get the whole forest, it's like, it looks really cool.
Yep.
I feel like I'm on one of those wooden roller coasters right now.
Kind of what it looks like when you think about it. You look back down on the piece of bridge we just came off, you could actually see the gradient, just how much climb we had to make.
Okay. When I first came up to the iron mine, I loosely followed the one they have cut out for you.
Yeah.
But I kept the grade to a minimum of 4% because at the time that's what the porter could handle.
Yeah.
Then he nerfed it.
Yeah, and I think the Porter actually had like 6,000 tractive effort too.
It was more than Eureka by a good margin.
And my whole thought was, it's like, how can something that small actually generate so much tractive effort? Having to turn up the power because we're pushing up that big chunky grade there.
I remember looking at the attractive efforts of the engines, and the Class 70 at the time, it didn't have any brakes, so you'd have to actually tie a brake on the tender. And so I figured, I'll just go with the Cookie Mongo. So that was actually my second engine.
Yeah, I
just
remember
skipped the
that.
Eureka altogether.
I remember when I
trees.
graduated to the Eureka and I thought, thankfully, thank God I actually have a better engine than the Porter.
Yeah. I did eventually, my third engine was the Eureka, and I put it down by the Metalworks, so it would do the switching out there. I'd have the Cookie Mongol bring the cars in, and then I'd bring it over to the Surus track, and I'd take the Eureka, sort the cars out, and they go well, go to the refinery, do all that stuff. Did you get that switch up ahead with the extended?
I did. It's laying for a movement here. I'll get it once I pull the head back the head in past it.
All right. Just want to make sure before we start shoving cars off.
Yep. I just need to have you look out for the track bumper. Let me know how close we are to that. So.
All right, we'll do. I really appreciate how far we've come looking down at the other track.
Oh yeah. It puts it into perspective. Just what I had to do to get this track up here.
Yeah, building on the mountains is, I mean, obviously not as hard as real life, but it's definitely the harder part. Like, laying to the metalworks and the oil well, it's like, that was so easy. The other tracks took, like, multiple days to actually build. Those ones were like, that was like an hour at most. Like, oh man.
I'm thinking that when I build the coal mine, I'm going to go through that river valley there.
Yeah.
That's going to be by far an easier build than the track work I've had to do here between iron mine and smelter.
And that one, it's just length. Like, there's a few grades. I followed the pre-cut route pretty well.
Yeah.
But it still took a while to build it, and then chop down the trees and lay the track. Oh, I want to do it again. All right, it looks like you're probably about maybe 12 away from the bumper.
Yeah, that's going to give us some pretty good distance because this site actually gives us a little more room than the other.
Oh, okay.
So we're basically back in 3 down the switch right now, so
Okay, yeah, you got plenty of room. Probably got about 6 left.
got 2 more on the switch.
4 more to the end. 3. 2. Last
All right,
one.
brakes are fully applied. I'll go hit this switch. Hope I definitely need to build a platform here.
I was
Alternatively-
noticing that long
Go
drop.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just a long drop.
Alternatively, I could have just used Railroads Online, so on extended rather. All right, pulling forwards.
All right, I'm running back up now.
Cool, thank you. I gotta do something about that little bump right there, though.
Looked like a sharp one.
Yeah. And game just crashed. Wow. That's annoying.
I'm gonna stop it. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, you got booted out too. It takes a second.
Well,
Shoot, I forgot to save when we were on the other side there, so we wouldn't have to go through all that again. Well, since I did have an auto save, so we'll see where it saved us. It'll be just a second.
all right.
Yeah, that's kind of annoying that it does that.
Well, it's crazy. I was still in the game for a second, and then I wasn't.
Yeah, your game
I
goes.
see.
Oh, hey, the host client is off. Yeah, it's just taking me a second to actually load in the games here, so I'll let you know what's up.
All right, you know, it popped up for me, so I'm just loading in now.
Okay, well, don't be surprised that if it kicks you back to the main screen there, so because it
Okay.
will do that if I'm not fully loaded in.
Yeah. Oops. I'll be right back, stepping away.
Yep. Enter vehicle, Heisler.
Alright, I'm back.
Yep.
Have you loaded in yet?
Yeah.
Alright.
Apparently we're kind of rolling downhill here, so.
She's a salty man, I'm from a salty sea. I can't wait to find what she's got for me.
stop everything there. I had to play the train breaks individually there.
Just loaded in, but I'm standing on grass and there's no tracks anywhere. Now there's a train floating above me.
Okay. Well, what I'll do is I'll wait until you're loaded in
Alright.
so you can get up here.
Oh, okay, so that's where we loaded in.
Oh, you're down there.
Yeah. I don't know how.
Okay, so I'll try to fix this problem here for you.
So did it auto save us where we're on the last leg of the switchback?
Yeah, that's what happened.
Okay, so you just have to pull forward then. I see a spot I can hop on. Oh. It's the cannon stop going off. Got quiet artillery around here.
Okay, so I sort of built a ramp, like a dirt ramp for you to kind of try to get up onto.
Alright, frozen next to a tree right now. Alright.
Okay, I'll actually come find you.
Yeah, there's a spot over here I could probably build a little dinky little ramp and get up if my game loads. It's the trees it's loading in, that's what's happening.
Yeah, that was a bad spot to auto save and crashing.
I mean, at least we got the switchbacks taken care of. Now we just gotta wait for me to load everything. There's a spot I can just jump on the track. I'm just worried I'll freeze midair or something.
I gave you super speed, so that'll make things a little easier. Oh, I've got an idea too. I can actually give you the ability to fly.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm on the track.
Oh, you're on the track. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. I mean, there's no bridge underneath me, and I just watched a tree fly into space, but strange times on the railroad.
Oh, I'm way up here. So I'm kind of coming down towards you. Not behind you.
I'm ahead of you.
Well, that's kind of funny. Excuse me, that's kind of cool. I saw you just do like a frozen thing. Okay, our train's here. I'll bring it up to you.
I am on the train.
Cool. I'm just starting us uphill.
All right.
I mean, the other nice thing about these geared units is that they literally, at least on an empty load, have not much problem getting the train going on an uphill slope. So, are you bouncing all over the place there?
Yeah. It's. For a second, I thought I just flew across the map, and now the engine's like tumbling down the mountain, and then all of a sudden it's fine again. Don't dare try to go to the back engines. They'll probably need some wood at some point, but you know what, I dare. I succeeded. I think. Oh, I'm on a... I'm just phasing through time and space trying to fill this engine up.
I can do that if you want to take over the train.
No, I am succeeding in it, and all the engines have 100% now.
Cool. Thank you.
Everything's finally loaded in for me, so I'm not freaking out anymore over here.
Better turn the light on, be compliant with current day FRA standards here.
Yes, on our little railroad that has no air brakes.
Yep.
We're into train marker. Even any form of track authority.
I knew I should have grabbed a caboose. Oh well, we wanted to go up through this section again, didn't we?
Hey, at least we know we'll fit just fine.
Yep. So when I built those switchbacks, I was figuring 20 to 30 cars at max, and Yeah, worked out perfect. You just have to make a little more room for the locomotives and anything with tenders attached.
Feels like the edge of tomorrow right now, where it's like, ah, man, we just lost everything. Time to do it again.
Nah, everything went overboard.
Just do like last time and hop off at the switch.
Yep. And I'll save when we get up here too. That way we don't have to go up through that section again anyway. If the game crashes, so hopefully it won't. I can see you kind of just like lagging through the cars there. That's
I'm actually
wild.
running on top of them.
Yeah.
Well, ran off the train.
Oof.
So, yeah, looks like you'll need. Okay. Maybe I'll fix this. Maybe. Hills are too steep. You're gonna have to count yourself over, sorry.
No worries.
Trying to run to the end of the train this time, and I ended up running right off the train. I found my way over to the switch. It looks like you need about 7, yeah, 7 more. No.
Brakes 41%
Yeah, you're all clear. Sorry
applied.
about that.
No worries.
Just trying to get myself back up on the tracks. All right, you're all lined up. You can start back whenever you're ready.
All right, starting back.
Built a little ramp next to the switch stand, so if somebody falls off, they can just walk back up.
Makes sense.
You know, some of them OSHA requirements and whatnot.
This railroad is lacking. I demand workers' safety.
Oh.
I think back in the 1890s, I don't think they cared too much about workers' safety.
Just the fact they have Lincoln pen couplers. I mean, back in the day, you could tell a good switchman by how many fingers they were missing. It's like like in Europe, how they have the chain and hook sort of system.
Yeah.
Where you actually have to actively be between them to drop the hook over the, or drop the chain over the hook. That's modern day in Europe.
Yeah, yep. I think
While the
some of the passenger trains have like a magnetic coupler system, which is a lot safer. But yeah, their freight operations, it's weird that they have like a kind of like a Lincoln pin set up there.
It's really bizarre because yeah, you're right. They do have those passenger trains that not only are they automatic couplers, they're automatic air hoses all in one. So it's like they have both sides of the spectrum where it's like, why would you use a chain that you have to manually put on every single car versus a train you can literally hook up and immediately leave? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, well, and it's crazy too, because like everywhere else is automatic couplers. Africa, China, Russia, South America, North America. Like everybody else uses, yeah, you open the knuckle, they slam together, the pins drop, good to go.
Yeah.
Sense.
And in Japan, they use magic powers, you know, because we know how efficient they are, and literally, you know, they have a very safe coupling system. Go ahead.
Well, have you seen like I remember watching a documentary on the bullet trains and how they had to redesign how the wheels work, because normal wheels are they're angled on either end or tapered, so that way they can on curves roll around a little bit and then self-center. Where the bullet trains, because they were going so fast, that actually created a problem because they were tapered. If it was side on the smaller tapered bit and the other side on the bigger tapered bit, you essentially had wheels that were spinning at different speeds but connected by the same axle. That created problems. So they made flat ones, so the tracks had to be like perfect, because they would not self-center in the center of the track like ours do.
Yeah. So I'm just
and
going
then of
through.
course,
Going through
Rod.
this curve right here slowly. So
Yeah,
last
no
time we
worries.
went through here, the Heislers were kind of taking it, not the Heisler, but the Climaxes were taking it kind of rough.
Oh, man, that's so weird. I just noticed the iron ore station and how all the wood is filled to the max. I've never seen that on mine.
So-
I'm very bare bones operation on mine. Like I load it up to what I need, then immediately load up the hopper cars and leave with it.
So when I'm actually bringing stuff up from the sawmill to here, that's the reason why I have Heislers sitting right there where they are, because just that huge tractive effort that they can provide on loads coming up this bridge, you know.
Yeah. Oh, you set that switch already, or was that saved?
It's already been set.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was something you did before the autosave or after.
I'm gonna do a save once we get up here too.
Right, good deal. And we know you have plenty of room, so shove to clear.
Yep. So
How
that
close
is the
were you when
thing.
you stopped?
What's that?
Well, how close were you when you stopped to clear the switch?
About a half a car length.
Okay, you're about
roughly.
half a car on my end from the end of track. What were you saying before?
I was just. Oh, I wasn't saying anything. I was just a half a car length.
Oh, okay. That right by the switch, that is a pretty wicked curve right there.
Yeah, we built some pretty jank. I mean, I built some pretty jank curves on this bridge for sure. Tried to smooth them out as best as possible, and you know. But this one little section here where there's like a little hump off the switch here, that I gotta fix that. Mark
Make sure
says
the
this.
engineer stays awake.
Yep. Mark says the saying, a show of hands, came from the railroads because of that's what the yard master would use to ask of potential brakemen. Yeah. Yep.
Huh.
Count the number of fingers on your hands and see how many are missing.
Glad I work on modern railroads.
Yeah, amen to that, man. Okay, so we are stopped up here. I'm gonna flick the switch.
You made this perfectly length. Like I have maybe probably about 10 feet from the buffer.
Now this I actually have to see here. Also, I'm gonna save game.
Yeah.
That way, if we attempt to pull out of here again and the game goes, no, I'm gonna crash. Yep, you're right. I think this might be 22 cars. I think about it.
All the cars we got.
See, there's a convenient little spot right here on the hill. You can actually get back up onto the bridge. Oh, yeah, I just soft locked myself instantly.
Oh no.
Fortunately, I have teleportation capabilities.
Yeah, that's one of those technologies that, as cool as it is, I hope it never gets developed because I like having trains and other modes of transportation.
Oh, it's a good thing I saved the game because the game crashed. Wow.
Well, shoot. I was wondering why that fire wasn't filling up. Well, at least we got that done twice now.
Yeah, and thankfully it got saved. Because the game is hating me tonight. I don't know why it is. Doesn't always do this. Sorry about that, man.
Ah, you're fine. I'm just glad you got it saved. And I at least got... Well, I guess I'll have to refuel the engine because I did that before you saved.
No, we should be good because we just got that one little jaunt into the iron mine, so...
That'll be good. Let me know when you load in so I can try loading in.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what it is with the game client that I have that seems to crash more frequently, where Dan doesn't have that problem. At least as far as I'm aware.
Huh.
So, yeah, I'm not quite loaded in yet.
I'm trying to figure out, it's like, is it internet connection or maybe the computer itself? I don't know.
It could very well be the computer. Because the computer does it with some of the other games I have too, for whatever reason, so. And it's got a really good graphics card. It's got a 1080 Ti in there. And this game doesn't particularly tax it at all.
Huh.
I think it might be some of the background operations, so I'll be going through that in the next couple of days and see if what's causing it, so.
I wonder about, I only know so much about computers, but I know that, like, on my computer I put another RAM stick in there, so actually I put two more and quadrupled the amount of RAM it had, because it came with like I think like 4 gigabytes, but now it's got 16 gigabytes. Then my graphics card is just whatever was built into it. I just bought it off the shelf. It's not a gaming computer.
Right. See, this is a custom build computer.
Oh.
So I had my brother-in-law build it for me out of the parts that he has, you know, because he does this sort of thing for a living. So, and I know for a fact that I've got 16 gigabytes of RAM, you know, 2 really good RAM sticks. So I don't think it's the memory issue exactly.
Well, then I wonder if it is internet or something. Like, no, because that wouldn't make sense. I don't know.
No.
That's weird.
No, because I'm on gig fiber now, and so I'm sitting here, I'm streaming this, so it's not internet. I think it's just a game client issue, honestly. So I think I might try to do a clean install. Sometimes that'll fix it.
Yeah, maybe it was just something in the game itself. That makes sense. It sucks though.
Yep. All right, I'm loaded back in, by the way.
All right, I am joining now.
Yep. I'll wait until you're actually on the train. I'll start moving.
All right.
I mean, because I played this game solid last night, didn't have any crashing issues whatsoever. I mean, I'm looking at my motherboard too, and it's not showing an error code, so it's not that.
When you were playing last night, was it just single player, or do you have other people on?
It was just single player.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know.
And it just closed again. Wow.
What did?
Yep.
Oh shoot. You think I have my my distance on checking my graphics.
Okay.
So I have view distance on Epic. Do you think if I turn it down a bit, that might affect it?
No, that wouldn't have. That's client side only. That wouldn't have anything to do with me.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. I'll try one more time. I'll do a fresh restart of the